Hello, this is Jonathan Johnson here. We're again working with Windows Server 2008 inside of VMware. Today we're going to be working on activity 2-10 or 2-1, excuse me, which is determining the BIOS version of a computer. So our objective is to learn how to determine the BIOS version on a computer. The description of the activity is: before you check with a computer manufacturer about which BIOS version on an older computer is compatible with Windows Server 2008, you will need to determine the BIOS version currently used on the computer. Also, before installing a new operating system on a new or older computer, it is always wise to have the most current BIOS installed on that computer. Some computers display the BIOS version at boot up. On nearly all computers, you can determine the BIOS version by entering the BIOS setup for the computer. This activity provides general instructions for determining the BIOS version. So first, we'd go into our server and log in, which we've already logged into the server. Now we're going to find out from your instructor or lab assistant. Yeah, that don't matter. So we're going to figure out what the BIOS is of the computer. Alright, so I already have logged on to the server. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to restart the server. Yeah, restart. It's making us put some weird comment in there. It always does that. It's nothing. And when it's going through, it's going to shut down. Then it's going to stay restarting. And we're going to push F2 to get into the BIOS BIOS. I think I missed it when I was talking. Alright, now that my BIOS is loaded up now, it shows it right here. Now that we're in the BIOS, we're going to figure out what is the BIOS version. So, use the keys to move around into the BIOS. System date, everything. Primary master is none, none, none. Keyboard features, select keyboard options. Boot time is disabled. The extended memory, system memory. Let's go up top. Let's see. Advanced tab. Okay. Installed OS. We got no password. Oh, we don't want to exit yet. Let's see. Installed BIOS version is. Alright, now that we're in the BIOS, up top it says the version is Phoenix BIOS. I'm not sure why it's not showing a number or type of version it is. I've never seen that before. But it's Phoenix BIOS setup. This is the setup for the BIOS. When you're in here, you have to use the arrow keys to move around, and be very careful you don't make any changes, because if you make some changes, you can mess up your whole system. Phoenix BIOS is what it is. Multiprocessor, installed OS is other. There's no reset configuration data. IO device configuration. The large disk access is DOS. Local Blue IDE adapter, both. Security, there's no password set on it yet. The password on boot is disabled. We booted it. Removable devices: hard drive, CD-ROM, network boot from Intel. We're going to exit. Load setup defaults. Exit, discarding changes. I'm going to click that in case there was a change. So we're going to exit that. Okay, now we're in here and we're going to start it up normally. We exited the BIOS without making any changes. On some computers, you can exit by pressing escape and typing no to the query about saving your changes. That's all in this video on how to get into the BIOS and figure out what version you have. Thank you, and I hope you learned a little something. Have a nice day. Bye.